Kendrick got you niggas losing your mind. This
First
is what
all,
I was talking about on my show.
Kendrick,
this is what I was talking about. No, because the same argument, no, the reason why, no, first of all, check this out. You're not gonna gaslight me.
I'm not.
The same argument that Kendrick is making against Drake is the argument you're making against Jay-Z right now. It's the same argument.
I'm supposed to, because he does the same thing.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. When there's no compilation. There's no compilation of Nas stealing bars or borrowing bars from other people. None. There is no Nas song that you go to Nas to listen to, and there's somebody else's.
That's not true. That's not true, bro.
There's
he admitted. Wait. Nas admitted to stealing.
No compilation on YouTube.
Hold on, that's not true.
Nas,
no
I'm not talking
on YouTube. Hold on, real
where
quick.
Nas has other niggas' bars in his song. Jay-Z.
That's because
that's because bars, and they're the best bars in the song. That's
hey,
the song.
Bruce, hold on, bro. You gotta let one of the hosts speak. You gotta let one of the hosts speak.
Bruce, just to educate.
But I wasn't done. So that's why
hold on.
Yeah, I know, but still, hold
on, just real quick, Bruce, just to let you know, that's not. I mean, I'm not speaking about what they did on YouTube. What I'm saying is, Nas even said himself that he's borrowed rhymes from Coogee Rap. He's borrowed bars from Coogee Rap. He's borrowed bars from Big L. He's borrowed bars from Gangstar. Nas has definitely used other rappers' bars as well. Just for the record. But go ahead, family. You got
it. And for the record,
he's not walking around saying.
And for the record, you new niggas really don't understand the culture, because if you understood the culture in those instances where Jay-Z spit Biggie's bars, it was to pay homage to Biggie. It was not to steal it from Biggie. Everybody know those as Biggie's bars.
Right.
And he put those bars in the song to pay homage to Biggie, not to steal his damn lyrics.
Okay, now watch this.
You don't even understand the culture.
No, did you hear it? Okay, so when everybody else was talking, I had said, that's the best part of the song, though. The part that everybody that's regular that sings in that song, when that song comes up, the regular people sing just that part. They don't even listen to Jay-Z's verse.
That's not
it doesn't. And I wish I never met her at all. Like
another round is about to go down.
Which once again, the best part of it. Right. So now we're getting past regular people. Regular people sing the part that's somebody else's part. They don't sing the part that's Jay-Z's part, which is another problem with Jay-Z's music.
Okay.
If we're going to act like I only listen.
If
we're going to act like I only listen to the radio, I don't know why you would say that talking to me.
If you're talking,
you don't know me like I don't know you, so why would you say I only do this or I only do that?
Okay, if you're talking about, okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing about that, right? So you're bringing up the regular people now. I thought we was having a conversation about the culture. So since you're bringing up, wait, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on for a second. So first of all, the people that are the regular people, the people that's not like the hip hop heads that's gonna sing those lyrics that are the most popular lyrics in the song, those people don't even listen to Nas.
At all.
Those people don't even listen to Nas.
At all.
So what are we talking about right now? If we're qualifying what Jay-Z has said that is quotable, I can tell you right now that the majority of Jay-Z's quotables ain't nobody else's bars but his.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But Tato, that's not a bad argument, though. Tato, why would you say that's a bad argument, Tato Mills? That's actually a great argument, because if he's saying that, listen, basically the uninitiated, they only quote bars that are popular from Jay-Z. Yo, that is definitely a relevant argument to say, yo, well, them people don't even know Nas at all. That's a legit argument.
What I'm saying is that that's a movement of my argument. So that whole this is what y'all keep doing. So if I ask you a straight question, you give me a straight answer. If you move my argument, then we end up talking about, now we're talking about Nas and Jay-Z. We're not talking even about Kendrick and Drake until you feel like talking about Kendrick and Drake. So if we're gonna do one thing, let's do the one thing. If we're not gonna do the one thing, then I'll just make you keep moving the argument because you don't have a let me one than what I'm saying.
Okay, well,
so we're gonna wrap this argument up shortly.
Hold on. So when I said,
let me address what you said. All right. Okay, so first of all, what I just did is compartmentalizing, and it's a parallel. I'm illustrating to you the similarities in your argument that we see going on right now. The argument that you're making, and I get the argument that you're making, you're saying that Nas is more relevant to Black culture because he tends to put out a certain brand of music that speaks specifically to certain struggles that Black people go through, and Jay-Z may not do that as much. This is the same argument that Kendrick is making about Drake when he says, I make music to electrify him and you make music to pacify him. It's the same argument. The only problem with the argument is Jay-Z, because he does not rap the way that Nas does not mean he doesn't put out heartfelt music that is relatable to a certain portion of the culture. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Hope did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that.
Okay, so when I say what I said before you just answered me, the point I was making was if we're gonna drawing a parallel doesn't create another argument. So we went from Drake and Kendrick to Eminem and Ludacris to Jay-Z and Nas, and the way you get to these three different places is somebody goes off of subject and then tries to stick on that now.
Oh. The subject is hip hop.
The subject was Drake lost. So
and I said
somebody gets lost
in the situation. How he did. In fact, when I asked you how he lost, you brought up Ludacris. I didn't bring up Ludacris. You did. You brought up Ludacris. I asked you how he lost. You brought up Ludacris because I said he didn't lose based on the numbers. And because you're trying to get away from the numbers, that's why you pull Ludacris out your ass.
I'm not trying to get away from the numbers. I'm saying that's what I said was I brought Eminem into that, like saying Eminem is better than everybody because he sells more. That's what I said.
So you brought up Eminem.
I said Eminem. I said your argument is bogus because now we're talking about something that nobody can control. So even without doing that, y'all conversation earlier was about men supporting men, right? So when you have real content, a lot less men support that because of how to me, it was basically, I was gonna say that earlier that we couldn't join, but when men bring up real subjects and bring a real substance to the game, they not support it as a saying, they're not. So if that's your argument earlier, then substance from a man isn't supported anymore. So the argument, oh shit, hold on. Close my.
Hey, wave in the back, peace of mind. So I know it's you. Hey, Ron Mac, I'm gonna drop you down for a minute. That
would be a good argument. That would be a good argument, but you're conflating two things. Like music is one. Like intellectualism is a whole other thing. When you have people speaking intellectually about certain topics, yeah, I can see where there's going to be a tremendous drop off when it comes to support when people are spitting real shit. But when it comes to music, there are other elements that are at play in there. You feel what I'm saying? There are other elements because guess what? When you sit back and you examine Nas and you say, okay, well, Nas is spitting real shit, so of course he's not going to sell more than Jay-Z or whatever. How do you explain Tupac?
Easy, different time, and it's a whole nother. See, once again, easy, different time, period. So.
What the fuck are we talking about here?
You made my boy.
So that don't happen. Wait. So that's like your argument. You getting up and doing all of that don't make it no different. It's a different time period. It's a different time period. Money, cars, and clothes in our community is not the forefront ever. It's a very few select niggas that got money, cars, and clothes. I don't in a 4-mile radius. It's a very few niggas that actually have it like that. So the it being more popular or in a worldly space has nothing to do with us. Your like, once again, your argument is substance versus bullshit. You said out your mouth that bullshit is going to get more support. Substance doesn't. So the more important shit falls to the wayside if you're not trying to cultivate yourself in that manner. So
again,
Tupac in 90, whatever the fuck, when people was coming off of conscious rap and all of that, when you're coming off of the heels of that and mixing that with the anger, it was the time for that. Niggas was mad about what they was mad about, and they was still kind of conscious.
Hold on. But let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How old are you?
35.
Okay. Number one, here's something you don't know. Or you might not. Here's something you don't know, right? See, you already offended. You don't even know what I'm getting ready to say.
Good. Because you're trying to tell me what I don't know.
You don't even know if you don't know it. Because I haven't said it yet.
It's about hip hop, I know it. Trust me.
Okay. Okay. So what you're telling me is that Tupac sold a lot back in the day because back then conscious rap sold a lot?
No, that's not what I said at all. That's not all I said. That's half of what I said. Yeah.
If conscious rap sold a lot, we wouldn't be with the rap we had today.
You're half wrong. You're half wrong because conscious rap didn't even sell back then. Conscious rap didn't even sell back then. This is part of the reason why Tupac was unique, because Tupac could put out Keep Your Head Up. Tupac could put out music that was relevant to Black culture and the struggles that Black people went through, and it sold as if it wasn't that type of music. It sold as if it was party music. Tupac is one of the few people that's been able to do that.
And why did I say he could do it? Because you're negating the other half of what I said.
He was able to do it because he was able to do it because it was authentic. It was authentic. Okay. The reason why Nas can't do it, is because he straddles the fence of consciousness and being a thugged out hood nigga, which that part he's not being authentic. That's why he can't do it. The reason Kendrick can't do it is because he's not following in the footsteps of Tupac. He's following in the footsteps of Nas. He's trying to straddle that fence too. He's trying to be a thugged out hood nigga while also being a conscious nigga. It never works.
I mean, okay, that's your opinion on that. But what I said was, I mean, you didn't. My argument was Tupac got to do that because he was coming off the heels of conscious rap when niggas was still halfway conscious and niggas was starting to get mad.
That wasn't selling.
And that's not what I didn't say it was. That wasn't my argument. My argument is the reason he got away with it is because of the anger that was, like you said, the realness. I just said anger. So if we substitute the word, it's fine, it's whatever. But the anger in it is why when I was little, that's why I listened to Tupac, because of the anger in it. I didn't even like Conscious Pac until I got older. But, you know, you get older, you grow. But the anger in it was also valid. So the Brenda was a baby, not Brenda, wonder why they called you bitch, and Brenda was a baby and all of that. You, from the perspective he had, nigga, I'm mad. Somebody got to explain why I ain't got shit. Everybody, there's not a poor person that don't feel that way.
Okay, so but there were rappers back then that spit those same type of lyrics because they experienced the same type of thing. They had nowhere near Tupac's level of success.
But KRS-One don't sound like angry. He sound like he giving you flavor. When you listen to other people, it's not. It's not. He don't sound like.
What about Treach? Yeah, that's crazy though. Yeah,
what about you lost the argument. If the truth be told, I ain't listen to Treach. I can't speak on something I don't know. But
right, everything's gonna
even
be
right
now.
Right. The boom baps and them weak ass beats that they was having in the East Coast. Niggas wasn't listening to that over here. Like, it was cool. We listened. I mean, it was listening to. It was.
Oh, you a Cali dude? You a West Coast dude?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No wonder. Okay, that makes
that's
sense.
why.
Nothing to do with nothing.
Now it makes sense. Yeah, now it makes sense.
I just Ludacris and fucking Nas. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
But you got a different.
You asked me a straight question. I gave you a straight answer, and you're trying to.
But you have to admit, Bruce, you have a balance. You have a biased perspective toward different.
Okay, all right, hold on. I got to throw a flag on the fucking play.
It's a balance. It's a biased perspective.
Okay. How?
You asked me a straight question. You asked me a straight question. I gave you a straight answer.
I ain't saying shit.
We appreciate that, brother.
I ain't saying shit because I've been on the phone with a bigger name.
Salute to you and the bigger name.
Mrs. Brown.
Shout out to Mrs. Brown. Tell her we said hello.
Okay, how is Bruce's perspective skewed when you niggas live on the East Coast? Do I have to finish the sentence?
Yes, because we're from the place that was created, and he's from the place that they duplicated.
Are you really saying that?
Yes, I'm absolutely saying that.
I love them both, bro.
I'm absolutely saying that. Hold on. Let me qualify and let me tell you, I'm absolutely saying that. Every dude that we've talked to has the same argument. And Bruce may think he's original, but it's the same argument that Tommy B had. It's the same argument that daggone Young 41 had. It's the same argument that all the West Coast do.
To bust your
bubble. And it's an uninformed argument.
I hate to bust your bubble. But your argument is the same argument I have from niggas that live on the East Coast. And that's my only, again, I'm not saying whether you right or wrong, because for me, I disagree with Bruce with regard to greasy ass East Coast beats, because I love them. But to say that because he's on the West Coast and has a West Coast opinion and he's skewed, as if you live in Des Moines, Iowa, nigga, you live on the East Coast. So you have a biased opinion toward the East Coast. That can be argued.
It can be argued, but it wouldn't be accurate.
Live in the South.
I live in the South.
The South got something to say. Mm-hmm. It's not wrong with being biased as to where you're from. The reason I'm not biased is because I was living in Chicago when Rapper's Delight came out. I spent a lot of time on the East Coast, but I was also living here when I saw Dre, before anybody knew him, cutting the shit out of records. So I have like a universal feel for hip hop. But that's like Ray Charles calling Stevie Wonder.
Okay. So let's take all that aside. So do you agree with what he said about the Pac and the reason why Pac was the only one that had a daggone monopoly on being able to feel where he was coming from? Do you agree with that?
That I got to push back a little on that. I got to push back a little on that, because again, in order to get there and admit that you haven't listened to Naughty by Nature,
right?
Then you because Tretch hit home real hard a lot.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Everything's gonna be all right. Let me see. Some more cats. Raekwon the Chef.
Yo, Ghostface. All I have is you.
Ghostface. It's a lot. So I can't say.
Even KRS-One though, he said KRS-One was more boom bap than like. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Like
KRS-One is more boom bap than what?
I said his style was more flavor than anger. So when he was doing his thing, it wasn't from the gut anger. It was still.
I love you.
So now do you understand what I'm saying? Now do you understand what I'm saying? You don't understand what I'm saying?
No, because still in all, in order for you to not give gravity to Tupac's timing, what Tupac had over all of these rappers you're discussing is timing.
Nah, but we not talking. Listen, you just got to take.
I'm not talking about ability. I'm talking about.
But that's a bad faith argument, because you got to go to what he said about KRS-One first. Like we taking KRS-One, so that's where we're at.
K don't sound angry when he like he sound. the style in which he raps in is more subdued than it is.
Man, that's wild.
No. He must not know KRS-One.
I'm not. I think you're not gonna put an angry Pac record on and an angry KRS-One record on and go, this nigga KRS-One is more angry. He sounds angrier. You're not gonna do that. Nobody.
I think what y'all are talking about is not style. You're talking about disposition.
Disposition.
Tupac's disposition is angrier, absolutely. But KRS, your laws are minimal. We're not gonna really talk about who's the real criminal,
right?
So it's not. I get what you're saying. Pac is angrier in disposition. From a place of context. Bruh, I don't know how many happy songs
It wasn't Pac's anger that put him in that place. It was him being authentically himself, because he got critiqued a lot about that. Because on one hand, he's putting out Hit 'Em Up, but then he also has Keep Your Head Up, but then he also has Dear Mama, but then he also has Wonder Why They Call You Bitch. The reason why Tupac was where he was at is because Tupac was authentically being himself. He was authentically being himself. A lot of dudes, they put out their music and they only give you a little bit of who they are. They try to straddle the fence on certain things. You got a lot of dudes. It's certain dudes that anytime a dude gives you who he really is, and he's talented at the music, this is when you get a Tupac. This is when you get a Biggie Smalls. This is when you get a DMX.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? This is when you get a 50 Cent. This is when you get a Good Kid, Mad City Kendrick.
Yeah.
Okay, this is when you get if you're listening to this, It's Too Late Drake, or Scorpion Drake, or fucking Take Care Drake. Anytime you get an artist, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say your argument is valid. Like, that's a valid as fuck. And that's why Drake lost, because that's not him. There's nothing tough about you, bro. There's no battle you're ever gonna win against a nigga that's really himself. And if I'm me, you can't beat me.
But so that's two.
That's two arguments. That I agree with you that work against Drake.
No. First of all, here's the problem with the beef thing, right? And it's always been the problem with rap beefs, right? So in order for you, in any other sport that you have a clear-cut winner. And the reason you have a clear-cut winner is because you have a scoreboard, or you have some rule that shows who won. In boxing, you have a knockout, you got a total knockout, you got a win by decision that comes from the points, okay? With hip-hop, no one has put a definitive finish line when it comes to beef. The only one that we have that even comes close to it is when your career is ended by it. So when you look at 50 and Ja Rule, 51. When you look at Nas and Jay-Z, you cannot say Nas won because he did not destroy his career. When you look at LL and Cannabis, you can say LL won.
With the Nas and Jay-Z, we gotta try to pretend like Ether.
Let him finish because he built somewhere. I want him to get where he's going.
Y'all are delusional about that too. Wow. Because here's the problem, and this is what y'all don't get. You don't understand the difference between winning a battle and winning a war.
Yeah, well, okay, winning the battle. That's what I said. Nas won the battle. Jay-Z won the war. That's fair to say.
What war?
The door open.
Wait, hold on. Because the war, the money. Hold on. The war of Nas signed to Jay-Z on Dagon Def Jam. That's the war. Nas won the battle with Ether. Jay-Z won the war. That's a fact. That's without question. That's a fact.
Okay. Explain
how sign him and then shelved him like he did DMX.
Right. Say what?
That's a chess move.
Okay, guys, I understand what you're saying, but you're right. Maybe you guys count something I don't. When I listen to MC's battle, which is why as much as I love LL, Kool Moe Dee got his ass with Let's Go. I don't give a fiddler's finger about what goes on outside of the 3 minutes and 30 seconds that you put down.
But that's the battle. See, you got to understand the battle, the war between Jay-Z and Nas was deeper than rap. It was much deeper than rap.
Yeah, it was.
So Jay-Z played a chess move, and Jay-Z won the war without question. Nas just won the battle, which was the battle rap.
In the battle, Jay-Z was saying, when he was going at Nas, he was saying that he was better than Nas in every way. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. He was saying he was better than him in every way. So the reason why he won the war is because ultimately he proved that he was better than Nas in every way. Yes. Did he get the battle? Did he get the battle with Ether? Yes. In that moment, he won. He won against Jay-Z. But overall,
yeah, Jay-Z won the war. Yeah,
okay, so can we talk about this? Because if we're doing this from that perspective, right? Then we're either saying you win in our culture based on elements that we control, or you win in hip hop from elements that's out of your control. Because it can't be both ways. We can't argue two different things in the same argument.
So what would you argue that was out of Jay-Z's control in that particular battle, in that particular war?
The only part that's in their control is the songs they put out. In hip hop, the only part that we control, not even anymore, really. But at that time, the only part that you can control is what you're doing as an artist and put out.
But that's where you got
bandwidth.
Wait, hold on. That's where you went wrong.
Kentucky hear you.
Well, hold on.
You can't control none of that. All you can do.
That's where you went wrong because Jay-Z became Nas's boss and totally controlled it all.
And that's a different conversation. So what I'm asking this is a straight question. Are we talking about the elements of hip hop that we control, or the elements of hip hop the system controls?
He said,
I can't argue both. This is what he's saying. Pretend like we're arguing the same.
I get what he's saying. Hold on. I get what he's saying.
Not a rabbit hole.
I get what he's saying. This is what he's trying to say, and it's a slippery slope.
I said exactly what I meant to say.
Yeah, but you didn't articulate it well enough, brother.
If you're smart enough, you will. If you're smart enough, you understand. If you own the level, you understand.
Okay. He's trying to tell you what he's hearing you say.
Here's the thing, brother. There's a such thing called layman, right?
Right.
So the best communicator is the person that can communicate in a way where everybody understands them, not just a chosen few. So if you'll give me the opportunity, I'll try to break down what you're saying a little more simplistic, and you can tell me if I'm off or not.
But I understand what you're saying, but let him go ahead.
Can we do that? So basically what you're saying is that we as a culture, Black people, determine who the winner is, not sales that come from everywhere outside of Black people. Is that your ultimate point?
A little more nuanced than that.
A little more. I'm saying if we're going to talk about something simple, if we're talking about Nas and Jay-Z, are we going to talk about how Jay-Z won, or are we going to just mention the accomplishments that he had? Because I can start talking about how he flipped on all his partners and how conscious rap went out the door all of a sudden because of that. And we can start talking about all of those points, which are higher points outside of the battle. You can talk about Jay-Z, 50 Cent.
That's why I said rabbit hole.
Hold on, no. Let's say he's a backpack rapper. AM, he's a backpacker, brother. He's a backpacker. It's okay. He's a backpacker, and that's fine. Bruce is a backpack. If he was in hip hop, Bruce would be considered a backpack rapper. Yeah, and that's fine.
It's raucous, but
he's raucous. It's fine.
Look, here's the thing, right?
We understand raucous.
Here's the thing.
I'm just asking what we talking about exactly, so that way we don't get to fishing off because of a miscommunication. That's all.
This is what we're talking about, right? This is what we're talking about. What we're talking about in what I feel, what I think you're trying to express is that Nas won against Jay-Z overall because black people say he won. It is the consensus amongst black people and black culture that Nas won. So therefore, that means Nas won. Fuck all of the other accomplishments and everything else. And it's the same thing with Kendrick. Kendrick won because the consensus is the culture and black people say he won, whether it's based on lyrics, based on better song choice, whatever. But he won to hell with all of the other shit outside of that. And if that's the argument that everybody wants to make, that also means that Glorilla and Sexy Red are talented.
And Megan Thee Stallion and Ice Spice.
That's apples and bowling balls.
It's not. What are you talking about?
How is it? If the consensus, if the overall, because look, we had multiple songs, and in my personal opinion, this ain't nobody else's opinion but mine. In my opinion, the best two songs that came out of that beef was Euphoria and Family Matters. And in my opinion, Family Matters was better than Euphoria. That's my opinion. I don't expect everybody to agree with it. None of that, right? But when I look at the culture, the overall culture of black people, the consensus is Kendrick won because of Not Like Us. Not Like Us blew it out the water, blah, 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 all of that shit, right? And my point is this consensus that's being held right now by black people is the same consensus that has Sexy Red at the BET Awards and niggas losing their mind in the crowd.
That's
I
okay.
just
So
like
here's
a little
the thing.
time.
Wait, go ahead, Uncle Jeff. Go ahead, Uncle Jeff.
Okay. I'm gonna push back on that from here. And this is my opinion. Brother Iz, could you bring up the picture that I'm sharing?
Okay, what is this? Just a picture?
It's just a picture. Kendrick don't have one of those. What you are seeing,
I don't see no picture. What
you can't see it, AM? It's on the screen.
Nah, I can't see it either.
Y'all can't see it?
Nah.
You niggas did.
What? Y'all can't see that right there?
No.
That's a freeway in the city and some stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not coming
I
up.
don't get it. Okay.
Oh, I don't get it. I can see it too, Uncle Jeff. I don't know.
Well, what it is a picture of Drake in blackface.
Blackface.
Okay.
What that represents to me is a separation. Kendrick is a metaphor for illumination and separation from everything that Drake stands for. The fact that Drake has painted himself into a box because he kept chasing young people, and now he can't appeal to people his age. The fact that Drake is a chameleon. I'm going to go over here and rub some of this culture on me and make a hit. And then I'm going to go over there and rub some of this culture on me and make a hit. And none of this is really me. The culture is tired of that. So the victory for me in this is the separation from that. And this is not to say that Drake does not have music I enjoy. This is not to say that Drake is not talented. This is to say that that goes into the same bucket of bullshit that people try to compare Drake to Chris Brown with regard to who is more talented. The same bucket of shit that says that hip hop itself, and again, my opinion alone, my beloved hip hop does not have anything to do with Sexy Red. My hip hop don't have a goddamn thing to do with who these new people are.
You got it.
In my opinion, you got it next. I am absolutely wide open to being dead fucking wrong. But Drake has always here it is. If all of hip hop was outside and got into a fight with all the rock and roll, Drake is gonna get in the car, lock the door, and call 911. And that's what everybody's seeing.
Yo, AM, you got it. Yo, y'all check y'all cash apps, man. I dropped the cash apps on y'all.
Okay.
So I appreciate y'all.
So first of all, let me just preface this with this. I'm going to give you a couple of explanations because a lot of shit gets taken out of context when you don't know the whole story behind the shit. But before I say it, just know that I know that the Drake rules apply. So whatever the fuck I say, it ain't going to matter in the first place.
Wow, $200. Thanks, Iz.
But number one.
Why are you lying, Uncle Jeff? Don't do that.
But number one, let's be clear about this, right? Do any of you know? Do any of you know why he put on blackface?
No money, Uncle Jeff.
Do any of you know why he put on blackface?
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
Why? Why? Hold on. Let me ask Uncle Jeff.
Protesting because he was protesting the way things were going in Canada. Now, if you could tell me in other protests where other people from our culture have done that in protest, I'll wait.
Bamboozled by Spike Lee.
Yep. Savion Glover.
No. Again, that's apples
Savion
and
Glover. Savion Glover. Come on, man. Savion Glover did the exact same thing, and it was for the exact same purpose.
Nah. That's apples and bowling balls, bro.
I told you, Drake. There's Drake rules, y'all. I'm telling you.
Yes, there are Drake rules. And do you know who put them in place? With his actions, with his movements. Drake.
Yeah, guess
Drake
what?
The thing that
I see your hand.
Guess what?
I see
the thing that Drake do, because here's the other explanation, and my man Jay can get it. Here's the other explanation. When y'all say he goes over to this culture and washes himself with this, he goes over to that culture and washes himself with that. If Drake was a chocolate brother from LA or a chocolate brother from New York or Texas or Atlanta, you wouldn't say that about him. You just say he's multifaceted.
Okay, we'll name. Okay, that's a fair argument. That means you can name a multifaceted, dark-skinned dude that's done the same thing. Who's that?
Who is that guy?
A multifaceted, dark-skinned guy that's done the same thing.
It's done the same thing that rubs culture on him and goes from culture to culture.
R. Kelly.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
R. Kelly.
Okay, I'm gonna need some examples of that.
Now hold on. Before we do that, right? Before we do that, this brother ain't dark skinned, but he does it too. Chris Brown. Oh. Chris Brown literally has music in every single genre right now. Yeah. Every one of them. Yep. He has music in country music. He has music in techno. He has it all across the board.
Yeah. Then you have what my argument is confused. Because Chris Brown absolutely has something in every genre. But Chris Brown has an actual home that I can point to and respect. Drake does not. And I'm not talking about Canada. I'm talking about his soul, bruh.
His dad is black. What you Memphis, a daggone Memphis soul singer. What are you talking about?
I don't give a shit if Seal screwed his mama. I'm talking about his soul, where his energy comes from. Drake's energy, to me and me alone, just Jeff Brown, is counterfeit. And is what these people are saying.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Do you see my argument now?
I hear you, man.
Do you see my argument now?
Yeah,
I'm guilty of it. Guilty.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Guilty is charged.
Yeah,
I have never. Drake has something about Drake ain't never smelt good. Drake has always been the nigga in my head that would turn state's evidence if we did some shit funky.
It's his white mama.
Hey, go ahead, JD. Hold on, I gotta let JD get in there, y'all. JD, go ahead, JD.
Nah, y'all can hear me one too. So So to the blackface with Drake, the reason why he did blackface, shout out to North Carolina, and it had to be explained when he did it. There's a group called Little Brother. Shout out to Fonte.
Shout out Fonte, a ninth, and my man P Wonder.
Yeah,
the reason why he did blackface was to shout out Little Brother. They came out with an album called Minstrel Show.
Damn, they damn sure did. They damn sure did.
Okay, so when
for the record, Ninth Wonder has been at my crib.
Shout out to Knife. Shout out to Pat.
So, yes, salute to him. One of the dopest producers out right now.
My God, that's why I can't parenthetically and then keep going. That's why I got to push back on you, Bruce. You got to listen to some Ninth Wonder, dog, with them greasy ass beats.
Yeah. So, shout out to Fontaine, man.
So when Drake came out with Blackface, that was his shout out to Little Brother. And what they did. Drake was wishing literally that he could do the type of music that he did. So when he took that picture, and this is back when Pusha T had brought out the whole the whole beef that he had. So when Drake came out with that picture, it was all a big shamble then. So that picture that you're looking at, that's an older picture back in like 06. When did that album come out? I don't know. But this was like
Little Brother came out around 2000. I think it was like 2005, 2003.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, but that's all I had to say. And as far as that picture, so
cool, man.
I will say this: people are going to find out whatever little variable that they can do to justify that Drake is what Drake is doing. I like to see the rap beef keep going on. Because for me, that's good for hip hop. But people already have their preconceived notions on who lost and who won already, even if they put out even more content now. So
they had the winner before it even started.
Thank you.
And the reason why they had it before it even started is because of this Drake bias. And the funny thing about it is, if you go back and you listen to his catalog, you go back and listen to all of his music, there is always a reference to that in his music. This has been a freaking battle for him his entire life. He references how when he was a kid, he got picked on for being black, and now he's in the industry, he's not black enough. He references how America won't let him, America keeps reminding him of his mother's color, as if I would ever forget. He constantly references it. There's one verse where he says, I'm a young dude just hoping to be accepted. This is something he's went through his entire fucking life. He literally predicted how dudes was going to do him. And when you look at some of the things he did that y'all call, shiesty evil or whatever the fuck, he even referenced that, where he says, I was trying to be an angel and y'all turned me into a villain.
Okay, maybe that's a part of the problem. A part of the problem is because I know dudes like this. I knew dudes like this. I
apologize, Jeff. The cover of Minstrel Show, by the way, there was in blackface, but go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm only pinning it on Drake because I'm biased and I don't like Drake. Anyway, I don't have a problem with it.
Finally, honesty. See, yes. I can accept that.
Yes, I already told you that. Let me put it to you this way. How many of you have seen the movie The Firm?
Of course.
Okay. Wilford Brimley's character, who's in charge of security.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman says, look, Tom Cruise is cool. You got nothing to be suspicious about. He says, that's my job. I get paid to be suspicious when there's nothing to be suspicious about. That dude don't smell right to me, and you just pointed it out. Because of his dogged search to be accepted, it has made him do, say, and move in ways that are suspect. And that's the issue. That's the issue for me. I'm real touchy. I'm a hip hop snob. I'm a connoisseur. I like my hip hop a certain way, and Drake's wine gets the Japanese inspection. A Japanese inspection is when you bring your fruit and vegetables to market. If they don't like it, they let it sit out in the sun till it rots, and then they tell you it's rotten.
Well, my problem is this. Okay, my problem is this. I don't have a white parent, but I still got the Drake treatment coming up. I still got treated. I still got treated that way. So for me, certain lyrics he has, certain songs he has, it resonates with me.
You have an outcast bias, nigga.
Hold on for a second. You definitely new to this shit.
like he said that like that was some news or something, right?
You definitely new to this shit, brother. Look, here's the thing. My issue, you feel me? And by the way, Bruce, just so you know, my other nickname is the light-skinned God. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm definitely biased. You feel me? But look, nigga laughing his ass up. Look, here's the thing. When it comes to this, my problem with the culture is this. You feel me? And I see it in Bruce. I see it in Uncle Jeff. I see it in a lot of brothers, right? I still got love for you. Cause y'all know I hate niggas, but I love niggas. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But look, here's the thing. My problem is every time there's a huge rap beef between two rappers, y'all tend to crown the dark-skinned nigga every time. I'm just saying. Well, y'all seem to be ranking the niggas as far as they victories based on their complexion.
Well,
that's saying.
Okay, wait. Okay, let me do this.
Now I gotta hit that back because I was named. Okay.
Okay. I was too.
Okay. Here.
I'm littler though.
I got you, Bruce. I got you. Okay. Am I the only one that if a fight break out in the parking lot between a light-skinned dude and a dark-skinned dude, I got 50 on the dark-skinned dude?
I gotta see him line up. I gotta see him square up first. Yeah. I gotta see how they square up.
This is not about. I mean, you can make it about light skin or dark skin, but when you start doing that, then we're gonna have to go. Okay, I'm gonna give you LL and Method Man, but nigga DMX, Rakim, KRS, what's my man Knuckles?
Oh, okay, fair enough. You know what? Fair enough. I'll give you that. You know what? Culturally, that's sound logic. Culturally, niggas is gonna put their money on the dark-skinned dude in the fight. However, I would like to offer this, my brother, as a you know, I'll take that and I'll raise you this. If it's between a dark-skinned brother and a light-skinned brother, I'm investing my money with the light-skinned brother.
All right.
Okay. All right. So look. So this is what I want to do.
They're out in boxing outside of Ali and maybe Roy Jones.
This all I want to do. This all I want to do. My whole
Jay-Z paid and Drake is paid. And
but you forgot Javante too. Javante Tank.
Right. So my whole argument is this, and this was my argument from the jump. We just named people, but it was two-part. So if we're arguing culturally or systematically, there's two different arguments. Culturally, I feel like, or I know, I ain't gonna say that, because I'm in the middle. I'm a nerd ass nigga. I'll beat your ass and go do my homework. Like, no problem, no issue at all. And watch cartoons all day Saturday while niggas is playing basketball and all of that. Nigga, I'm watching I'm in the house until about 11:30, 12 o'clock, nigga, because I'm watching all of my cartoons before I deal with anybody else.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. Do you watch anime?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Okay, Full Metal Alchemist, Death Note, my shit.
Okay,
yeah,
wait a minute. So let me ask you this question because I can ask you one question. I can find out the type of person you are just off of this question. I'm gonna give you two choices. You pick one. Goku or Vegeta?
The fuck? I hate that whole cartoon. Like for real. I hate Hit 'em harder. Like their whole thing is just hit 'em harder, punch 'em harder.
So you're a One Piece guy then?
No, I named mine. Full Metal Alchemist. Death Note.
Death Note.
Death Note.
I don't fuck with Death Note, man. I can
really?
respect it. I don't fuck with that. Yeah, like
I got a 50-year-old.
Niggas want to get a room. The rest of us.
See what I'm saying? Okay, so look, this is my point. This is my point. This is the point I was making though.
Go ahead.
So niggas, I feel like as men, right? Your habitat does have a lot to do with how you come up and shit. So a lot of people want to be other people because that's what they saw. So as a boy, this is how I am with music. This is how entrenched I am with music. Like hip hop, our music, our shit is because Busta Rhymes in the song. Like I'm a middle child, so all I had was my headphones. Like that's all I had. And in one rap, Busta Rhymes goes, and as a man, I never felt the slightest need to impress another man because I'm proud and I believe I've been blessed. I will beat you. Like, I'm serious as shit. My record at school is impeccable, but I'm a fucking nerd, right? So here's the thing. My homeboys that didn't fight, you cannot fight, and I got your back as long as you ain't starting shit. We gonna do homework. We gonna do nerd shit. And betting, and you ain't, I'm not gonna let the bully do you no kind of way, as long as you ain't the niggas trying to be somebody you not. You know you can't fight. And if I catch you talking shit, I'm gonna let him whoop your ass because you not that.
You literally, you're literally describing me. So I get you. I got you. Go ahead.
Fair enough. So what I say is this: I believe. I ain't gonna say feel shit. I believe that because there's no trial from boy to man anymore. We spend a lot of time trying to fit in boxes. A lot of people, because I didn't do that. A lot of people spend a lot of time trying to fit in boxes that they don't belong in. So when we see Drake, like it's like, okay, so where you from, Angry? I'm gonna tell you. I just need to know where you're from so I can be relevant.
I gotta go down this list. I'm in North Carolina right now.
Okay, so y'all got Bloods and Crips and GDs and shit out there, right?
Yeah, we got all that. We got all that.
I bet. So look, no matter what I do, I can go to LA. I done been to LA, Oklahoma, fucking the Midwest, Utah. When they see me, everybody knows something's up with that brother. Don't fuck with him. I don't get played with relatively nowhere I'm at. Like if a random nigga has ever played with me, I don't give a fuck who he is. It's been less than the fingers I have on my hand, because when you see me, most motherfuckers I'm gonna leave it alone. Whatever they got, I don't give a fuck how bad your day is. I don't give a fuck how tough you was. They just look at me and they leave me the fuck alone. Now, I'm sorry, F-bombs. So, but when you from somewhere, a Blood knows a Crip when he see him, no matter where he at. I can go to London. I know a Crip when I see one. If you really a Crip, I know it, and you ain't gotta tell me. You really a Blood? When I see you, I know it, and you ain't got to tell me. You really about that life. People from that life know it, and you ain't got to tell them nothing. I might not even know where you from and what you claim, but I know you about it. The people that ain't from that culture, that's pretending to be from that culture, are always victims, because you not from here. That's like trying to walk in my house, and you ain't one of my kinsmen, and we don't know you when you open up the refrigerator. We busting your brain open, boy.
What?
You ain't from here.
Okay, but fair enough. But here's
my point is, you should spend, if you would have spent more time finding who you were and what boxes you fit in, your time would have been easier for you. You're gonna always be chastised trying to fit somewhere you ain't supposed to be.
Okay, but
so when Drake is having writers, and we all know he has writers, versus somebody, because in hip hop, the people that write their own stuff are exalted way higher than people that have writers. We allow writers, but you never can be on the bar of somebody that writes their own bars, because culturally we don't respect it as much. Okay. So you can't be up here when we know you do things down here. So when you say it's 1v20, and in reality, it's 20v1 if I gotta slap niggas that write with you, that's a cultural thing. We know that, and we hear that, and we go, look at your writing credits for the diss song that you made against me, and other niggas wrote it. Helped you write it. That's crazy, because it's me and you the one mentioned other people.
Okay,
and I'm talking, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Young Thug should have had writers.
So wait a minute. Yeah, so first of all, so there's a lot to unpack there. And I'm gonna break something down for you, right? So number one, you don't even realize it, but the first part of what you described, going places and nobody playing with you, what you just described, my friend, is what I call dark skin privilege.
He ain't dark.
He dark enough. Okay.
Oh, come on, bro.
No. Because here's the thing.
I got little kids, bro. My kids play with everybody, except for the other weird. Unless you're a weird kid, my children don't know nothing about that, bro. And my children go to any playground and play with anybody.
He's not getting it. He's not understanding what I'm saying. And the reason why you're not understanding what I'm saying is because you're not a yellow motherfucker. Okay. So let me try to clarify this for you because you don't get this. All right. Uncle Jeff just made a statement a little while ago that is a cultural thing. He said, am I the only person that if two dudes is in the parking lot getting ready to fight, I'm going to say I got money on the dark-skinned dude? That is a cultural thing. So guess what?
That's experience, nigga.
More often than not, if there is a group of black people, if there's a light-skinned dude in that group, he's the one that's going to get tried first. That is a cultural thing. So while I get the point that you're making about Drake, it does not negate the fact that the experiences that he had that affected him, whether he came from our culture, and I know you're talking about American black culture. He doesn't come from that. He's from fucking Canada, right?
And a Jew.
Regardless,
and he's Jewish. He's not one of us at all. Never have been. He's a Jew. We ain't had no bar mitzvah.
Okay, bro, calm down.
Just say.
I mean, you know what it be like. You know what it be like being a bar mitzvah.
You gotta say Heeb.
I mean, we don't have people or he. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he one of them. He's a
Heeb.
He one of them. And do we know in our culture what it's like to be at a bar mitzvah? No. At 16, we just 16 or whatever age they do that at. We just that age. We get a happy birthday, go outside, play with your cousins. That's it. So there's a cultural difference here. That's all. That's all.
This is crazy.
It really is, bro.
This is crazy. I couldn't even finish my point because you're totally missing something, and it really annoys me. It really annoys me because dark-skinned niggas miss it all the time. You don't get it. Y'all. A lot of times y'all are so caught up in your own struggle that does not come from us, light-skinned niggas, that you completely miss the struggle we fucking go through. You completely miss the struggle we go through where we catch it from both sides. We catch it from the white folk and we catch it from y'all too. And what people don't understand about this whole battle, this rap battle, it went from a rap battle to a cultural battle.
To a race.
And the only problem with the cultural battle is that black people will always whittle shit down to the lowest common denominator. And so in this battle, even though you may be mindful enough and smart enough to say, well, we don't fuck with Drake because he's not part of our culture. There's plenty of niggas that's just gonna look at it like, yeah, fuck that light-skinned motherfucker. And so then niggas like me get scooped up in that bullshit too. And you can't tell me I don't go through that because I got niggas coming to my channel every day telling me I ain't black. So when you got that going on, niggas can't understand why it's like, look, I was a fan of Kendrick. I don't like all of his projects. I like Good Kid, Mad City. I like Section 80. I like Damn. I didn't like To Pimp a Butterfly. I didn't like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not going to pick Kendrick over my identity. I'm not gonna bump a song where I know that song, even though it's supposed to be intended to point out that Drake being a Canadian and being mixed isn't part of our culture. I know it's also being targeted at my yellow ass too. So nah, I can't rock with that shit in no way, shape, or form because I'm sitting back watching it because Rick Ross inserting that bullshit into it. Right? You see other people doing it. In fact, I was on a live earlier today. And you know what somebody came in there and said? Somebody came in there and super chatted. You know what they said in my super chat? They said, you not like us, loser.
Oh, yeah, we did see that.
And I know I come from the fucking culture. Both my parents got high school senior pictures with afros. But because I'm light skinned, now we got this whole thing going on. See, some of y'all just looking at it like it's a rap battle. Nah, that shit done been blown into something else. Now the shit is some cultural division shit that ain't just about Drake and Kendrick. It's bigger than them at this point.
Okay, I kind of feel like, okay, I get the impression. I hate feel like because niggas is killing me with they feeling. I'm getting the impression that, again, because of the similarity in your struggle, you align yourself with some of Drake's lyrics and some of his art. But but Angry Man, this takes me but we get right back to Doe. If me, you, Bruce, and Drake came out of club and 6 niggas wanted some static, of the 4 of us, who you think gonna get in the car, lock the door, and call 911? And that's where you are different than Drake.
Okay, but that's not the argument that I'm making. I'm not making the argument. I'm not making the argument that me and Drake are the same. The argument that I'm making is that there's a bunch of dark-skinned niggas just trying to make me and Drake the fucking same. That's the argument that I'm making. The argument that I'm making is this anthem is being used to make. Look, I'm online all the time, and this shit been brewing before this Drake beef. Niggas have already been online running around saying light-skinned niggas ain't black. And they damn sure wasn't talking about Drake at the time.
Okay, here's where I can clearly push back on that. Do you know and I hate to be esoteric, but to bring this over into the world of comedy, do you know who is one of the most gangster-ass comics to ever touch a mic?
Red Fox.
Sinbad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sinbad. Bruh, when I tell you, my direct mentor, Sinbad, Sinbad didn't cuss on stage because of his parents. Nigga, Sinbad put them doorknobs on you. He was not that dude. That dude used to come off the stage, didn't say damn, stand him up, good night. These MFs better have my effing money. And when they do, we getting the F out of here before I knock somebody's effing block off. That's a quote. I know dudes that run like that. I'm telling you that the pushback you're getting purely, and I don't disagree that some people are biased with the light skin shit, and some of it comes from jealousy, some of it comes from perceived privilege. Not privilege actually, a privilege that we perceive that you have from stories we heard from slavery that don't have shit to do with us. I'm gonna give you that. But a lot of that shit comes from the fact that a lot of the dudes that are your skin tone, this is why I say I fuck with, I'm sorry. This is why I say I get on with Angry Man, because Angry Man got what? Dark skin tendencies. Because that's who used to be in the principal office. The little light-skinned dudes wasn't in the principal's office. There's a little dude with the close hair that everybody was called Eddie Murphy joke. My name ain't no peas. That dude.
But you know where that energy comes from? It comes from growing up in a family that has all different complexions, and the meanest niggas in the family being the dark-skinned niggas, and they want to prove that the light-skinned niggas is soft. So it's always a fight. It comes from me at 7 years old going to school in Detroit, Michigan, and there's only me and 2 other light-skinned dudes in the whole damn school. So I gotta fight dark-skinned niggas every single day. Every day without fail. On some you not like us. That fucking anthem is the epitome of the bullshit I had to go through coming the fuck up. And before any of this beef ever happened, before they even got into it, and the people that's been watching me long enough know, I've been talking this light-skinned mess on my show because I've been dealing with this crap online before that even happened.
Okay, let me
my
stop.
Can I get my pushback right quick?
No.
Because Anger Man, the way you came up, the way the shit you had to deal with, I'm not light skinned, but at the same time, I had to deal with that also. Simple fact, I was picked on because I didn't have name brand and shit.
You going to school in them big Shirley sweats?
Good night, Bishop man. Good night, brother. Peace to you, man. He said peace to the panel.
Yo, peace to the brothers, man. Peace.
Is
yes, sir.
If you don't mind, could you share that picture and see if these Negroes can see this?
What picture, sir?
It's a picture I have. It's a share screen picture.
Y'all hit the cash out, man. Jesus, I ain't been saying it. See, you don't say it, you don't get nothing.
Okay.
I'm cool with this therapy session, Angry Man. You know I'm upset. I'm a little upset that you turned it into a worldwide light skinned nigga fight.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Okay.
I turned it into that. Your boy turned it into that.
We were talking about two niggas. You turned it into
gentlemen. If you see the dudes to my left and my right, my first cousin is on the left. My blood brother is on the right. And I got an army. Everybody else in my family is 6'2", light skinned with hazel eyes. Everybody except me.
So somebody
Please
lying,
understand that I come from a long line of light skinned ass whoopers. A long line. I caught the same thing in reverse, bro. I'm not disagreeing with that part of what you're discussing. What I'm telling you is that you got your chips pushed in on the wrong nigga. That's what I'm saying. You got the right dude. It's almost, and I hate to put Drake with Jay Prince, but that was my same argument with him. You got great points, but you're the wrong nigga to make them. Drake got good. That's all I'm saying, brother, is that it's something don't smell right about that dude, and it never has to me. And it don't have nothing to do with his mama being white. It don't have nothing to do with it may have something to do with Canada from what Bruce brought up. The fact that he was Bruce hit the nail on the head with constantly trying to fit in and not quite knowing where your box is, because he brought that energy over into the way he did business in hip hop. Jumping from box to box. And
I really, not to cut you off, Uncle Jeff, I really like y'all, but it's about time to start wrapping this thing up. I know it's like 10 o'clock in California, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning over here on the East Coast.
In the next episode, we're gonna talk about Morris Chestnut and Shamar Moore.
We will not.
No, we
will not. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna shut up. I really do think that this is an eclectic room of cats. That ain't nobody over there on the socially acceptable mustache and no mustache and afro crew that should definitely speak on another topic like this. Make it hip hop. I would love it to be hip hop. If we could bring up another hip hop subject, I think this is a dope show in itself.
Yeah, that's
about that. And with that, to hell with the rest of y'all. I can't pretend I want to talk to you Negroes anymore either.
And by the way, just to make this point before I get up out of here, I can't wait for you niggas to find out how full of shit Kendrick is.
I can't wait.
I can't wait for that.
I can't stand Kendrick Lamar.
I cannot wait, because out of this whole beef, y'all have been looking at this shit with blinders. He's been contradicting himself left and right. He done stole bars from niggas, all types of shit. I can't wait.
Hey, Angry Man, you know the only thing I want to say this. You know the only thing that really messed Drake up in that whole beef, bro. The one thing that really messed him up when he did that Tupac joint. When he did that, that was not a good decision. Just that one thing.
What messed him up is when Kendrick jumped out there and called him some shit you can't come back from. That's what messed him up. Once somebody accuses you of that, it's like, how do you come back from that? When people get accused, you know as well as I do, even if you are a black man and you get accused of that publicly, everybody looks at you different after that.
That's still your statement.
You can't prove a negative.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, when Kendrick Lamar used the daughter situation, I already knew he ain't knew nothing he was talking about. Nothing after that could be true from him.
You know, like I said, time is gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? I respect everybody's opinion. You know, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. But trust me, the same way Uncle Jeff feel like something ain't right about Drake, I feel like something ain't right about Kendrick because the way he been moving lately. Like real talk.
All right, and we're gonna end it on that note. Everybody go ahead and give your last words. We can go around, starting, I guess. We'll start with we'll start with the Rizzler. We ain't heard much from the Rizzler.
Hey man, cut that song off, man. While folks talking, man. You
Sorry, Rizzler. Go ahead.
What was he playing?
You know what he was playing.
You see my point? You see my point? You see my point? Trying his best to put that fucking dark magic on other people. Ain't nobody trying to hear that damn spell, nigga. Turn that shit off. Turn that bullshit off, nigga.
I ain't never seen so many gangsters start just busting out dancing everywhere.
Because niggas couldn't dance. Ice Cube said gangsters can't dance, they boogie because Ice Cube can't dance. Nigga, I knocked that shit off. You seen all them niggas in beats?
All right, meet up real quick, Bruce, real quick for a second. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, like you were saying, go ahead. What you were saying, bro.
Rizzler, it's on the Rizzler.
Oh yeah, great show as usual. Loving the conversations and stuff like that. Even with the hip hop stuff, I don't really listen to rap or anything, but hearing you guys talk and stuff is always good. And have a great night to everyone. Peace and blessings.
That's what's up. Appreciate you coming through, sis.
Have a good evening.
All right, 6.
Oh, my turn.
No, it ain't your goal. We skipped you. Who that? Bruce?
Yeah, Bruce. What up? Last words, good brother.
No, like I said, man, I didn't know this was gonna turn into worldwide light skin versus worldwide dark skin shit, but we shouldn't do that. It's cool that people be able to talk about it. I appreciate being able to talk about it and shit. But compartmentalize a little bit better, black man. That's all.
All right, man. Take it easy, Bruce. Good to have you on the show, bro. Salute to you.
Can I go next? Can I go
Bruce, man?
Yeah, shout out to the Angry Man. What's up, AM?
Okay, so to everybody watching this, I just want to say, be your own person and think for yourself. Okay? And be careful and always be on the lookout of dark leprechauns who like to blow niglet dust in your face.
Hold on, wait a second, man.
Wait, dark leprechaun
and conjure up all sorts of
niglet dust
with spirit fingers.
Convince you of some bullshit, okay?
Hold on, Angry Man. Hey, I was born on St. Patrick's Day, so I'm a black leprechaun, man. But I ain't
You be shooting Niglet dust and having spirit fingers.
Like, that's what that was, Ron Mac. Niglet dust.
Straight Niglet dust.
Razzmatazz.
Straight Niglet dust. You feel what I'm saying? You go back and watch his video. At the beginning of the video, there's a little special knock he does. Go look that up. He's doing a dance called the Cakewalk. Go look that up. There's a bunch of shit he's doing in that fucking video, nigga. It's razzmatazz, nigga. It's Niglet dust. It's spelling, my nigga. Okay? And he got a bunch of motherfuckers repeating that mantra. I know what he doing. Even if y'all don't know what the fuck he doing. All I'm saying is think for yourself. You feel me? Because guess what? That bullshit don't work on me. Dark magic don't work on the light-skinned God. You feel me? I'm about to get up out of here.
Hey, thank you for coming through, AM.
Appreciate y'all. You feel what I'm saying?
Have a good evening. We appreciate you
for coming through, AM.
Hey, peace.
Y'all later.
Peace, man.
Right.
Salute.
All right, brother.
Yo, shout out to the honorary member, our guy Six. Six, the honorary member of the team. What's up, man? What's your last words, brother? Six.
And shit. Well, I couldn't get out what I was saying too much, but shit. Good show. Yeah.
Don't be like that.
I couldn't get out shit. I was goddamn saying shit, man. But on the real though, man, great show and shit. Yeah, all this light skin, dark skin. I don't know about all this crap. Because like I said, I came up poor and I was picked on by light skin and dark skin motherfuckers. So I don't know
light skin and dark skin motherfuckers.
I got picked on by both sides and shit, you know. So I don't know about all that stuff. Another thing, man, Bruce gonna bring up Ludacris. He made my boy look bad. Look. If you gonna bring up Ludacris, man, know about Ludacris, know facts about Ludacris and all that above, which he wasn't in Atlanta because Ludacris and T.I. had beef.
Right. So of course he wasn't gonna be in ATL, a movie produced by his enemy at the time while they still beefing, but I digress.
He ain't have no facts with it. I'm like, man, come on now, bro. You making my boy look bad, bro. Come on now. Damn. Yeah. Then you're gonna compare Ludacris with Eminem. Come on now. Let's be honest with something. If you're gonna make something with that damn Ludacris, at least bring up that damn club scene.
Shout out to
Ludacris had more plays in clubs than Eminem. Point blank. We listen to more Ludacris stuff in the clubs and stuff, all the whatnots. Plus, Ludacris had plays on Madden.
If you don't get your ass up, wait, if you don't get your ass up,
I ain't saying.
What was his first name?
Nah, shut up. This is 6 hours. We out of here. 6. We love you, man. Get out of here, man. It's almost 6 hours. What are we talking about? Ain't no cash ass roll like that, man. Y'all got me working for minimum wage, man.
Right.
I'm sharing now. I gotta go.
Everybody be safe. Everybody be careful, and wear rubber.
Hey man, peace. Be safe. We appreciate you, man. Love, man. They got me working for minimum wage, man. What the hell is going on here,
man?
It would have been decent if it was for solo before the man split. But hey, I appreciate y'all. Dope show, man. What's your last words, man? Y'all ain't get to say much. Shout out to Angry Man. Y'all, shout out to Jeff. Shout out to our new friend Bruce. Shout out to Yvette Marie, sponsor of the show. Shout out to
the Rizzler, Princess Cammy,
my man Six. Of course, we can't forget Six. We can't forget.
Oh yeah.
Damn, I forgot about Six.
Yeah, appreciate that.
There you go. Start trouble, man. Yeah. Yo, you got your Cash App right, Ron Mac?
I don't know.
Oh, see, that's
y'all, man, in the world, in the chat.
Check your Cash App, man.
I check it. I be voting in the building. Eminem.
I should have kept Ron Mac's portion. I'm gonna check it later type stuff.
Right.
Yo,
we good though, man. It was a great show, man. Great show. Yeah.
You like my photo?
Yeah, it's hard.
Shout out to my man. Teddy P, man. Teddy P.
It still ain't harder than Troll with a Soul logo.
Oh, the Troll Soul got the hard. Hey, but yo, that magnificent That MNF for Truth logo go hard. That MNF for Truth logo go hard. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You can get that JD 1975 through the wire logo go hard. That Magnificent Visions logo go hard. Y'all man pick those up, man. I know my man JD got his, man, through the wire.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Something. I got you.
Yeah, no doubt. Yo, man, we all could log off at the. We all could, we chop it up in the back, so nobody go nowhere just yet. Yo, thank y'all very much for coming through. We appreciate y'all. Did y'all want to say anything else to the people before we head out of here?
No, just salute to everybody who came through. Who all the mods and people chatting, and the people that came up. Salute to everybody.
Yeah, shout out to Computer Doctor, to Yvette Maurice, Daquila, like I see it, show Trucker Yale, Miss Stanley, we appreciate you. Jay Lewis, we appreciate you. Six, we appreciate it. Stan, I appreciate that from you. Shout out to let me see, we got 3. Shout out to my man Bishop J. Jermaine. He said, "Good night, fellas. Peace to the panel and peace to the chat. Peace to you, brother. We appreciate you." Soldier Salmat was in here. My 9 Miller match go bang. Yo, shout out to Creamy Rican in the building. Tato Mills was in the building. Yo, shout out to Up 1 Point Made. Said that's the thing. It's a conscious single and not a not a whole album. Those are time hits that last the longest. Okay. Shout out to that. Shout out to my man Reaper Rails 9876 said, is that real? So Nas is way greater than Jay-Z. Okay, shout out to that. Shout out to Tato Mills. He's talking about a specific battle with Ether. Shout out to my man Tony Wallace. One Kendrick received the Pulitzer Prize for his album. This is the only rapper to date to receive this honor. Well, anyway, AI Matrix was going on. What's the deal? Yo, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Easy was in there. His hairline trying to escape his eyebrows. God, dog. Shout out to C. Brad. Nigga, what? What's that C. Brad? Yo. What the hell is even that? Shout out to True Manager AM said Nas and Pac were out at around the same time. Yes, they sure were. They sure were. Man, God bless y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Y'all got, we appreciate everybody donated to the show because we didn't ask. We didn't ask. We didn't ask. I don't know what the conclusion of this is. I think a closed mouth still don't get fed.
Yeah.
I hope that everybody is subscribed to the channels. Yo, look me up. I'm Izzy Band, Real Spill with Mills. My man, the juiciest. What is it? The juice? What are you? The Juice Slayer
TV.
The Juice TV. Shout out to the MNF and Truth, and JD 1975. The juiciest. It looks like the juiciest pause.
Oh man, the
juiciest.
Bitch, I got the juice. Bitch, I got
pause.
the juice.
Pause. The juiciest. Oh
I got all the juice. I got all the
Raj Well said, "Great show, fellas. Thank you." Easy that photo though. Shout out to that. My man Abby Wardy, what's up? Dan Joyce, thank you very much. Homeboy Blaze said Eminem was barely played on rap radio. His hits were pop records. Yeah, he ain't lying. Luda did the intro on Madden 2000. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. We ain't gonna get into Luda and all that. Shout out to that, man. We out of here. Love, man. I appreciate y'all. Till next Wednesday. Make sure y'all check out my man. Check us out on JD 1975's channel next Wednesday. Same time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The Four Brothers broadcast. We pray that y'all enjoyed the show. We out of here, man. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.